Hey guys, I know it's been a while since our last update on the bus build, but we got delayed a little bit due to some minor repairs, I guess. There wasn't really anything wrong with it. We had removed the rear AC, if you remember, a while back, and the refrigerant lines were still in the bus. So what I did is I didn't really feel comfortable trying to take those out without, making sure it wasn't going to affect the dash air conditioner, because in some applications they can have two compressors that do two separate things or one compressor that runs both. And being that it was a small bus, I wasn't for sure that it had two compressors. But anyways, I took it to a shop to get the coolant lines capped off in the engine bay, like as close to the engine as possible. And it took them 3 weeks, except they capped it off at the end of the coolant lines instead of at the start of them. So I don't know what what they were doing for 3 weeks, but that put us behind. And then so they had it for another 2 weeks doing it correctly. So yeah, we haven't had the bus in 5 weeks. So we picked it up at the beginning of last week, and we didn't really have any time to work on it yet. So today we're gonna pick back up on the build series because it's been a hot minute. But we're gonna start the day off with going to the hardware store, getting some electrical supplies, because we're gonna start electrical today. All right, so we just got back from the hardware store. Actually forgot to take the camera. I guess got too excited and walked out and left the camera. But we got all of our supplies. That's kind of gross. Yeah, we got all of our supplies, and I'll give you a rundown of list of materials we got when we get to installing them. But we're gonna finish up on some framing that we left off on, and possibly the flooring, which you all didn't see the last video we recorded because it got messed up in the editing process somehow. But we've actually laid the floor and subfloor, and we gotta finish attaching that to the sheet metal. So we'll just kind of fill you in on some of the stuff you missed due to the fact that the last video actually wasn't posted. Okay. It's gonna go.
That is a tight squeeze.
Tight.
So far we got, this is where the closet slash charging station is going to be. So we have that wired over to this outlet down here, and that's also going to be the fridge. Yeah.
So yeah. Since they both won't be pulling too many amps at one time, they can be on the same circuit.
Yeah. And then this is just one of the kitchen plugs.
This is going to be the kitchen appliance plug for like heating elements, like
Instant pot,
griddle, my kettle,
coffee
coffee
stuff.
kettle.
Yeah.
Because those things draw a pretty good amount of amps at a time. So we put them on their own circuit just in case, if we wanted to run more than one thing at a time. Say like if we're charging 4 or 5 different things over here and then having a kettle going, if they were on the same circuit, it's possible that they would blow a breaker. But since we have it isolated on its own circuit, we don't have to worry about that.
The thing about the bus is they already have this area to run wires anyways, so that's nice.
And if you're wondering why we're running this outlet on the face frame instead of in the wall, is because these are going to be cased out. Our countertop is going to be, like right here somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're just going to case these out because there's really no way to put this outlet in, because it'd be in the window space technically. Yeah. So
we want to leave the windows open.
The same thing for this one. I ran the wire down the face of it. We're gonna case it out, just so we could keep our windows instead of covering them up. But we're gonna run all of our circuits back here, and eventually we'll have a panel back here with our batteries and our inverter and everything underneath this bench seat. Okay. I need to attach L box up there to that. I'm thinking I'm going to put it on this side. Okay, box. Now. See here. Wait, what we got to do here, buddy? Are you recording that?
Yes. You're like, L box A to Ray.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
That's what you were saying.
It's been a long day, you know.
Cause you had a bad day.
You sing a sad song just to turn it around. Oh, you had a bad day. So we're gonna go up through this here, through the wall, because this corner is all gonna be a chase. You leave a loop in here, so when you cut it, you got one wire, this wire. So if you cut it right here in the middle, like that, this wire goes to your plug. This wire goes to your power. So in a switch, you hook up your two hot wires to the side of the switch, and the switch makes or breaks the circuit. Alright, I don't know if Hannah has filled you in on anything or not yet, but we have been running circuits or wires for our multiple circuits. We finished the AC, I think, so far, alternating current stuff, and we're running our DC wires right now. I've done about 3. I've done our exhaust fan for our toilet. I've done the USB ports for our charging station, and I just did the first night light that will be over our bed. We'll each have 2, or we'll each have 1, so there'll be 2. 1 for each of us to plug our phones into, while also being able to turn on the light if we need to get up. So I'll need 1 for the 12-volt water pump under the sink. I'll need 1 for the lights in the roof. I'll need 1 for... We're not doing a max air fan because I've heard a lot of bad reviews on the max air. It's all over YouTube as being some great thing, but if you look at the reviews in on the purchase section, you'll see that they're not very good products apparently. So we're just gonna go with a different fan if we find one. I think we got just about every wire ran that we needed to today. We don't have all of our equipment as far as panels and inverters and batteries and all that stuff set up in the corner yet. So right now it's just a bird's nest of wires run to this corner. But the only thing we may have messed up on is this. Okay, so this will be our light switch for the overhead lights when you come in the door, which is very long. And then this is technically the wire that's supposed to be for the lights. Well, we have enough over here for 1, but not really enough for 2.
Yeah.
So it's a little short, but we may have to do that tomorrow or something because we're done for the day. But we need to order some, I guess, some DC switches and junction boxes and stuff to put stuff actually fixed to the wall where they're not just dangling. All the AC stuff's pretty good. We should insulate next. I've ordered all of the things that are going to be protruding out the side of the bus, or the top, like the solar gland entry into the roof. I need to put that in, and then I need to put the 30 amp shore power connection out of the side, the water inlet out the side, all that stuff in the wall where it goes, then we can insulate.
Okay. So today we are back at my parents', and on the agenda is doing our skylight. So we haven't been filming actually because we ran into quite a few issues. The frame of the skylight is wider than what we measured. So Jimmy is now having to angle grind his way a little bit into the frame so it could fit properly. So I'll go ahead and show you. So we went ahead and took out the emergency exit, and now I guess we're gonna see if it's gonna fit. We had to cut the round corners out because this is obviously square, but then it still didn't fit, so I had to angle grind a little bit more.
Come on. A smidge.
Just a smidge.
A smidge.
It's getting closer though. We need to change the blade out because it just broke when it fell.
Aww.
So the theme the past few weeks when we do our bus is the little things that we thought should be easy have turned really complicated and really hard. Yeah. Got anything to say? I thought the skylight would be easy. I was wrong. Little things can get complicated and take longer than you think.
It's like right there, man. It's there. It's there. It's there. It's there.
Do it.
Which there's a little bit of a radius on the roof, but
yeah. So it's in there. There's just some big gaps that we're just gonna have to fill. Like those right there. But y'all. Ooh.
just trying to figure out. I guess we'll just trim it from the inside of here.
Yeah. Put wood or whatever.
You put wood here. I don't know how we're gonna do this, bro. But it's in.
It's in.
It's in.
Thank God.
A miniature breakdown right there.
I know. We went to town, which is 20 minutes away, because we thought the skylight wasn't going to fit, and we're going to get plexiglass and just put it over the top, because that's what Dad recommended. It would have worked, but Higginbotham's didn't have what we wanted, and we wasted a trip to town, but we finally got it back in once we're here. Okay.
This roof is not made for fat people. Alright, well, we didn't get as much accomplished today as we wanted to, but we got the skylight in, I think, the best that we can for now anyways. We'll see if it leaks again. I didn't realize how much of a pain in the butt this whole bus thing was going to be. After the last couple of weeks after we got the bus back, you know, nothing has really been
working the way I think it's going to. And it just seems like every day we're working on something new. It's been 30 minutes, 40 minutes doing something that should be really simple, and it's just not. If you're looking into this, just know stuff is going to go wrong, and it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. I thought, just because of all the experience I've had and I've researched it for so long, that everything would go smooth, just week after week. I think we're gonna wrap the video up here. I know it's been kind of vague, really, about what we've done so far, but it's just been hectic trying to get back into the groove of it after 5 weeks. Electrical done, subfloor done, skylight done. We still need to put all the extra things that go in the exterior wall of the bus in before we insulate, and I guess that will be probably done off camera. Probably the next video will probably be when we insulate.